All right, I've got somebody very special for you to meet now. His name is Gerry. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now let me start with, how old are you?
80.
80 years young.
Just turned 80.
All right, now you were in pain, weren't you?
Yes.
What part of your body?
Lower back.
And what happened?
It just went. It just started. For no reason. I didn't hurt it. It just happened.
Now, have you been healthy most of your life?
Oh, yes. Yeah. I've had some surgeries, but not a debilitating thing.
And you didn't do anything specific to your back?
No.
Really? So tell me what happened. How did you?
Well, I just woke up in the morning and it was hurting. Next morning I woke up, I could hardly move.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how severe was the pain?
Oh, God. Hardly moved. It had to be like 9 or 10. It was hurting.
Okay, and so what were the first treatments that you sought out?
Well, I went to my doctor and he recommended a chiropractor. I went there and had some treatments, and he told me, I don't think I can do any more for you than what I have done up to this point, which was maybe 3 or 4 treatments.
And so let me ask you, do they also prescribe pain medication to kind of just dull the pain?
You know, I don't recall if he did or not.
So then you said, is there another way? And what did you discover?
He said, try a pain doctor.
Okay.
So I went and seen him, and I had some shots in the back. I don't know how many times, a number of times.
Right.
And they did the decompression apparatus on me.
Right.
And that helped, but it only would help for maybe a week, you know, and then I'd be back to the same pain.
So what did this pain keep you from doing?
Well, I didn't golf that year at all, and I don't know if I golfed the next year. And
Really?
I enjoy golfing, you know, I just couldn't do it.
Well, because you're retired and that's what you want to enjoy your life, and now you're stuck in pain.
Yes.
So how did you find the stem cell therapy?
Through an ad in a local paper. They have a magazine that comes out, and inside they put in flyers.
Right.
And I saw the flyer probably 3 times, and I kept telling my wife, Sally, I said, I should do this. And it took about 3 times before I called. And
Well, what intrigued you about doing it just from the ad?
getting rid of the pain.
Yeah?
And being able to do something, you know, do things I want to do, not just sit around and feel sorry for myself.
So describe your experience.
Well, I went to the seminar, talked to Dr. Howe, and she recommended coming in and have this done. And from what I remember or understand, I was the first one to have the treatment
Wow.
on my back.
Now, bring me back to the seminar. So you're sitting in there and you're hearing, and what was with promise at the seminar that got you excited?
Listening to what other people had done to their knees or ankles or hips or whatever, and how much better they were, how much better they felt.
Right.
So, well, okay, let's try this. So we did. I
All right.
did.
And what was the experience of doing it?
As I'm having it done?
Yeah, let's start there.
Okay.
So you went into the office, and you met with them, and what happened? What was it like?
It was enlightening. I didn't think anything like that could be done for me. You know?
Really?
I thought I was in pain, and this is it. You know, because I think back of my dad being in pain all his life, and he talked about doing himself in. He just couldn't take the pain anymore. And it's scary. It's scary. I felt the same way, you know. And
No, I don't know. So what happens? You're in that much pain, and how did you feel?
tired, mentally tired. It just wore me out, the pain, you know.
And it's interesting because my dad also had a severe back pain, and there was nothing they could do back then.
No, there wasn't. Finally, they did something for him, but it wasn't totally a good thing. Where I believe that my back hurting is gone.
So let me ask you a question. Let's take you back for a second. If you could talk to your dad right now and tell him there is something now, what would you say to him?
Oh, get it done. No, do it. It's something that if somebody has a pain like that, take care of it. It helps.
Okay, so they did the procedure, and how did you feel?
After the procedure?
Yeah.
I just felt, I can't explain that. I just felt like something's going to be good.
Right.
Something's good is going to happen from this procedure.
How long after you had it done before you started to feel good again?
Oh, before you mean the pain?
Yeah, like the pain was gone.
It was, I'd say about a month, 6 weeks, something like that.
And so you woke up one day, and how does that feel to be pain-free?
Well, it wasn't a pain-free. It was still a gradual thing.
Right.
It just happened gradual. And, but, you know, I told my wife, I said, I think things are going to be good.
Right.
And that went on for maybe 6 months, and it felt real good. Then I would say maybe a month ago, it's just like the pain was gone. You know, I don't have that pain.
Now, wait a second. This is one treatment you had?
Yes.
And in how long a period of time? Your pain went from a 9 to a...
I'd say 1 at the most.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, there's nothing there. The back gets tired.
Right.
But that's, I think, due to other things, not the problem I had.
So now, how did your quality of life improve?
I guess I can't explain that. The quality of life, it has always been good.
Right.
I have a nice wife.
Yeah.
You know, she takes care of me. She does things. We do things for each other.
Right.
And I have I think, a good outlook on life. And things are going to get better, I always feel.
Right.
And
so when you were back in pain, go back to before you had this procedure. Mm-hmm. You talk about your wife. Did your being in pain affect your relationship with your wife?
oh yes,
How?
I think I was short with her, you know, and it just wasn't a good feeling. It wasn't like it was before I got hurt. You know, we used to do things together.
Right. What were some of your favorite things to do together that you couldn't do anymore because you hurt so much?
Just going out and sitting in a restaurant and having dinner.
Right.
You know, it just wouldn't work. Where we lived at the time it happened, we played cards with the neighbors.
Right.
Once a month, I think it was. And it bothered, it hurt to sit there in a chair and play cards. And it wasn't real enjoyable. I would have to get up and, you know, walk around a chair a few times to make it feel relieved.
All right, so there's somebody out there listening to this who's currently in pain. What would you recommend to them?
I would recommend them getting someone with get a hold of someone with the Stem Cell Institute of America and finding out what can be done for them. And I think they'll find out that something positive can be done.
Right. So, Gerry, I understand that you've recommended this procedure to other people. What have you said?
I've said that I have been pain-free and talked to them. I said, I'm not saying do it, but talk to them to see if you want to have it done. And apparently they have. I got a call from a lady that I don't know, and we talked for a half an hour about the procedure. I don't know what she's going to do, but I was very positive with her.
Right.
And I told her that you have to want to do it. You can't just do it because somebody says so.
Right. So you're telling me that one treatment at the Stem Cell Institute of America left you virtually pain-free?
Yes. Yes.
You do know that sounds almost too good to be true, right?
Yeah.
No, seriously, it does.
Yes, but I am. Like I said, I do have the tired feeling in my back.
Right.
But I don't have the pain.
So this is like giving up. I'm sorry, I'm looking at you at 80 going, you've got another 20 years to keep going. How much more exciting is it to be pain-free versus being in pain for that time?
Oh, very much so. Very much so. It just really helps. It helps the mind. It just helps. But there's always something else that could go wrong.
Oh, stop being pessimistic. What are you looking forward to doing most with your wife now that you're virtually pain-free?
Just getting out more, doing things. We're satisfied with staying home.
Yeah.
But there's things to do. You know, nothing specific.
Take me back to your dad for a second. It bothered me. What did your dad do for a living?
He was a laborer.
Okay, so my dad wasn't a machinist.
Yeah.
So what did being in pain do to him?
Well, he didn't have the pain until he retired.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He didn't. He.
That's supposed to be your good life, by the way.
Yes, but I think he maybe he had to retire at 65. You know, you have to get out of work. They had all kinds of rules back then, and I would say it was probably 2-3 years later it started.
Did you watch him suffer?
Yes, I watched him suffer. He would have ice packs made for his leg because he thought that was his leg that was hurting.
Right.
And he had 2 of them. One would be in a freezer, one would be in his leg.
Oh, wow.
And that would just more or less numbing the leg, you know, with the ice.
How
pack.
bad did it get for him?
He couldn't sleep nights. He just couldn't sleep. He might catch a few minutes of sleep. He'd wake up and he'd sit on the edge of the bed. And this went on every night. And then he felt when he would sleep at night, he had to be in his own bed to sleep.
Let me ask a question. When you were in pain, did you think about how much you watched him being in pain, going, maybe this is the rest of my life?
The pain my dad had, I thought was going to be what I was going to have. And it was. You know, when it first started, I said, oh my God, I'm starting over for my dad, you know? It's just continuing on. But having this treatment did do its job.
Yeah?
It helped a lot.
Nice. Anything else that you want to say about it?
No, I'm thinking about having some other things treated with stem cell.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. And I'm sure what I'm going to have done is going to help my body more than just what I had done with the back.
Why?
Because I feel that I'm limping and it's hindering the back. You know, that's where my soreness is coming from, I feel. And if I have this treatment done on my knee and ankle, I probably won't be limping anymore. I'll be walking with a straight walk. What
is your understanding of what stem cell treatment is?
Oh gosh, it's a miracle. I don't know. I just know it works. I don't know why. I can't tell you why.
But it worked. So Gerry, tell me, the entire procedure that you had at the Stem Cell Institute of America, how long did it take?
The preparation for it, getting on a table and so forth, and setting up all the equipment took the time. The shot was probably 5 minutes.
So wait a second, now you've had surgeries for pain too, haven't you?
Yes.
That wasn't 5 minutes.
No, it was not 5 minutes.
So what you're telling me that a 5-minute procedure has left you virtually pain-free?
Yes, yes.
You know that sounds a little too good to be true, right?
Well, it's true. It happened. It happened to me. I know how I feel and what it did.
So Gerry, I want to thank you so very much for sharing your story. You know, you've inspired so many people, and for those of us who do suffer in pain, this is really very exciting, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
All right, well, thank you very much, and I invite you guys to stay tuned because we're going to learn a lot more about stem cell therapy when we come right back.
It makes you feel very sad to watch someone hurt the way he was. He couldn't sleep nights. He was just in pain all the time. Well, we used to golf. We don't golf, or we quit golfing. We used to travel more. We can't travel now. You know, we can. He couldn't get around. He was in pain all the time. So there was no traveling. Anything that would help. Like I said, he had surgery. I had to talk him into that, and that didn't work. I really had high hopes. The doctor had said, within 6 weeks you'll be out on the golf course. Well, it didn't work. He just got worse. So this is amazing. He's much happier, which makes me happier.